Hello my crafty peeps, it's Cheyenne from PixieCrafter.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If there are any current Stampin' Up! Products you would like to see me demonstrate, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section because that's where you leave comments. Alright, we've got a fun card for you today. This is kind of inspired by some of the cards that Jennifer McGuire has done. I love how she can layer cardstock and just have fun with it. So we're going to be using our Colorful Seasons bundle. Oh, for stamps we're going to need these three little flower shapes, and I'm going to be using the, where is it, the Thinking of You? Yes, the Thinking of You stamp. Let's see, for framelits we are going to be using these little flower shapes, the cherry blossoms, and that's going to be fun. We're going to use those to decorate around the card a little bit. You're also going to need the stitched shapes. I've got the three largest ovals here, so looking forward to using these. And this is fun because you can actually kind of get two cards out of one, but I'm only going to do one card for you today. Alright, Memento ink, Berry Burst ink, need some scraps of pink pirouette, our Tombow liquid glue, a Whisper White thick cardstock base, so it's cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, and that gives you your nice, good, sturdy card. I love the thick cardstock for the bases because it really, this card's going to hold up. Now for our cardstock colors, we've got Lemon Lime Twist, Bermuda Bay, and Island Indigo, and these are all cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Alright, so let's get started with some of our stamping. So I want to go ahead and take my pink pirouette paper and my Berry Burst ink, and I'm going to stamp some of these flowers onto here, keeping in mind that this is going to kind of be the center of the flowers. It's going to be layered and we're going to be cutting them out. So I want to leave enough room around the edges that I can die cut them out. Right, so I've just gone ahead and stamped 3 each of those. So we'll set those aside, give them a little time to dry. Not that it's going to take much, but let's move on to our next step. So we need our Big Shot. Now this is going to be the hardest part, making sure that all of these next cut pieces are lined up. So I'm actually going to go grab my magnetic platform. I'll be right back. Alright, now we've got our Big Shot. I'm going to use the magnetic platform, one of my cutting plates, and this is a newer one, so it's still lying flat. That's kind of important. Now I'm going to take my Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm just going to try to line this up in the center. Just getting it good. You could, if you wanted to, go ahead and get that all measured up and everything, but I'm just going to go like this. Now I'm going to run this through because that's looking pretty good to me. Alright, so now we have that. So we have our oval cut out of this one, but then we also have this stitch shape piece. Do you need the stitch shapes? No, but then you have this lovely stitched border on this other piece that you can use on another card. You can just use the layering ovals. I want to be fancy, so that's what I'm doing. Alright, now I'm going to take the Lemon Lime Twist and I'm going to put it over and line everything up. And then I'm going to take the middle oval and I'm going to go ahead and line that up in the center. Just like that. Alright, there we go. And I'm going to run this through. This is where the magnetic platform really comes in handy because I'm not having to worry about putting tape on and getting the tape on pieces that I don't want it to be, and I just find that this is, it's just faster for me, it's easier for me, and I have it, so why not? Alright, so now I'm going to take the Island Indigo line it up underneath the Bermuda Bay, set it down, and then we're going to center that smallest oval. There we go, and then we're just going to run that through. Alright, so that was a whole lot of fun, and now we've got these fun pieces that layer. Woohoo! And then we also have these pieces here that you can layer together if you wanted to make kind of a coordinating card. If you were making a card set, this would be fantastic, or you can use each of these individually. Your choice. But you can get at least 2 cards out of this. Alright, we're going to need this stuff again too. Let's take our pink pirouette piece. I'm actually going to go ahead and flip this over. That helps to maintain longer life in your cutting pads if you're constantly, well, not constantly, but if you flip them over on a regular basis. Now I'm just going to line up the flower shapes on this guy. Whoop! Right after I toss them around, because sometimes you need to do that too. Alright, magnetic platform is wonderful for this because it's holding all of those pieces down, and I can just run it through. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut out the rest of them, and then we'll start assembling this card. Alright, so I've got all the flowers cut out, but I decided, because I was just setting them on top of my cardstock pieces, that it needs some white, or some brightness, something. So I've got out my Craft Whisper White, and I've got the coordinating stamens, we'll call them, for the flowers. So they're the... What did I put? Oh, it's right here next to me. Alright, so they're these little guys here that I'm using. And if you line these up just so, they will go ahead and stamp onto all the flower petals. You just have to get the right one. There we go. Alright. I'm just going to stamp down onto that. And this isn't going to give a whole lot, but it's going to give it just a little something going on to it. Alright, this one. Alright, so there we have all of those little flower centers. So, see, they didn't do, you know, a whole lot, but it did something. And if you wanted to, you could go back in with one of the yellows, so Saffron or Daffodil Delight, or even Crushed Curry, and pop it over the top so that you kind of have a shadow look where it's over the white, excuse me, the white ink. It'll kind of pop more. You could also use some watercolor pencils over the white ink if you wanted to. Your choice. Alright, we're going to put those aside because we don't quite need them right now. Alright, now I've got my layered bits here, and I'm going to bring over my cardstock base, and I'm just going to get those layered up and centered. Actually, I'm going to flip that over. I want that to be the front. Actually, I don't even need all of those. I just need this one. I'm going to center it up, and I'm going to kind of take my pencil. I'm not going to kind of. I am going to take my pencil, and I'm going to lightly draw around my oval so I know where to stamp my sentiment. So I've got that, what was it, the Thinking of You? Yes, Thinking of You, and my Memento ink. If you wanted to, you could add some clear embossing powder over this Memento to give it a little bit extra shine. making sure I'm getting this nice and inked. This is my sentiment. I want this to be all set and ready to go. I'm going to center it up and stamp it down. And there we go. We've got our fun Thinking of You. You could also use your basic black archival if you have it. I chose Memento because I wanted to, really, because it was close to hand. But whatever black ink that you have. And then I'm going to take my eraser and I'm going to erase that pencil line because I do not want that bad boy showing. That would kind of ruin the whole effect, wouldn't it? Alright, there we go. There you have it. Now let's start getting everything assembled. So I'm going to go ahead and take my liquid glue. I'm going to zoom you out a little bit because you're awfully close. There we go. And now I am just going to go ahead and glue these pieces together. I think I'm going to need to get out my other liquid glue. Alright, I'm now going to take my Stampin' Trimmer. I'm going to trim up the edges because it didn't line up quite right, but that's okay because we can make adjustments. So there we go with that piece. Now before I put it down, I've also decided that I want to add some baker's twine. So I just want to take it around like this, and I'm just going to attempt to tie a bow on camera. So we'll see how well this works out. Now I did my little twisty, and now I'm twisting it to the other side. So you see, you do like that first little tie, twist to the other side. Alright, there we go for that. Isn't that just cute? Adds that little extra bit of black on there too that I always like. I always like a little black and a little white on all of my pieces. I really think it sets off the colors. Alright, we're going to glue this down. Now if you don't want to use liquid glue, you don't have to. You can absolutely use your snail adhesive. I am trying to be a little bit more economical and seeing how that works. Now I'm just going to place this down. There we go. I mean, just that. Isn't that a gorgeous card? Just like that. That is pretty awesome. But we're going to go ahead and decorate it some more. So, again, I chose to do the cherry blossoms. You could by all means, like, let's see. I think I have. Alright, so there's some of the leaves from this set that you could absolutely pop in there. Wouldn't that be cute? Let's see, snowflakes. Got at least one of the little snowflakes. Oh, we've got the branch. Maybe we'll use the branch today and actually put our stiff on it. Let's see, that might be all the bits and pieces that I have left from that set. Oh, no, here's more snowflakes. Lots of snowflakes. Alright, so can you see this with Christmas colors or winter colors and having the snowflakes? So cute. So many options with this set, but yeah, I can't find any more. And we're running out of time. So let's just go ahead, and I like to put on these little bits with my tweezers. So let's get our arrangement going. I'm not going to be too precise with this. I don't even think I'm going to use all of these. And I might have to get some dimensionals up in here. Do something like that. So let's get these glued down. Alright, I'm just going to grab a few dimensionals. So I do want that little extra dimension going on. And these are just the edges of my dimensional sheet. So it kind of makes little half guys. Alright, so there we go. Can you imagine this with maybe different colors of flowers too? That would be fun. And now since I can't leave well enough alone, I need some Wink of Stella. As soon as I find my Wink of Stella. There it is. Alright, this is just going to add a nice fun little sparkle. Get it into the center of each of these guys. And then I'm going to follow the stamens a little bit. Now with the Wink of Stella, it will kind of reactivate the ink a little bit, so you don't want to go too crazy with what you're doing. Alright, there we go. Oh, this is so cute. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Alright, so here is our finished card. Oop, this way, this way. So something that's pretty simple. You can dress it up, dress it down, depending on which bundle that you're using. Like, this is a great basic set. And then, you know, don't forget you have all of these that you can use on another card. So have like a reverse bit, like stamp thinking of you over here. Oop, spin round. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Yeah, stamp it in and emboss it with some white embossing powder, and then you can have, you know, your white card base and maybe some of the flowers around it, so that you can have that going on. Or you can use each of these individually on a card, or, I mean, you have the pieces. It's whatever you want to do with them. But there is the card for today. So simple. I love it. It really just, it focuses on, hey, I'm thinking of you. And I think that's so important, that we send out cards to make people realize that they're not alone, and, you know, we got their back, yo. So, alright, that's today's project. I'm starting to get weird, so I'm going to end it now. If you liked what you saw, please remember to like and subscribe. Feel free to comment. I love hearing your feedback. A full list of the products I used can be found in the description bar, as well as links to my website, pixiecrafter.com, and my online store that you can shop 24/7. Place your orders. All orders in June. We're running a June promotion. We heart hosts. We heart hosts. So you have the opportunity to get $35 in Stampin' Up! Rewards on top of whatever Stampin' Up! Rewards you would get. It is orders of, I believe, 350 or more. Hold on. Yes, here's the sheet. So here are your order totals, and here are the Stampin' Rewards that you would get. So orders over 350, you'll get an extra $35 in Stampin' Rewards, and orders over 450, you also qualify for an item half off. It's very hard to reach these totals on your own, but you can reach them through a party. All of the party totals would go together, and if you are the host, you will receive those Stampin' Rewards. So that's your way to benefit from this. and have fun, have a party and everything. If you want to learn more about having a party, we can do a virtual one on Facebook. If you're local to my area, we can do a in-house event. Go ahead and contact me and we can work it out. All right, while you're over at pixiecrafter.com, you can sign up for my monthly newsletter. If you are a U.S. resident, you can sign up for my birthday club, and I will send you a handmade birthday card in your birthday month as a show of appreciation for supporting my small business. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And that is it for today. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye.